Hi everybody, welcome back. Life in the Woods Renaissance with me, Sid, and yeah, I mentioned a bonus episode as we did last week. We're just going to do this instead of Agrarian Skies. For those of you missing Agrarian Skies, don't worry, I haven't abandoned Agrarian Skies yet. I'm currently trying to decide exactly what I want to do with all my series, and just come up with a schedule that works a little bit better for me as a human being with a life outside of YouTube and games. And yeah, you know, see, you don't need to know the nitty gritty. Suffice it to say, I am just in a state of transition. Can I? No, you can't do it with her. Just was interested. Yeah, just really trying to find a schedule and everything that works well for myself. Because I'm a little bit conscious that I have got a little OTT with overcommitted, shall we say. So, yeah. And I also realised that last episode we did completely shader free. So I thought we'd start this episode in shaders. Now, I am trying to decide what to do with this roof. And well, let me explain the problem. If I can find something to help me, assist me in the explaining of the problem. I need some of you. Could do with some sticky sticks if I've got some. Yeah, there we go. And a crafting bench just for good measure. So we could go. We've got this particular material here. Last episode, and my thoughts were twofold. Let me take dirt. Have I got any dirt? Dirt. Let me just take the Dirt Express up on the roof so we can see what we're looking at and make a decision. I'm always in two minds about this particular one because, or this particular issue. Well, it's not even an issue. Issue makes it sound like, you know, this first world problem, shall we say. And the first world problem is basically this: do you go with your traditional Minecraft style roof steps, or do you go with, now this is probably going to be a little bit more fun to place, but let's try this anyway. I will have a gap in between. Yeah, there we go. One. No, damn it. 2, 3, 4. Do you go with, because we've got the facility, do we go traditional slab or things? Let's go. It is such a difficult question. Well, it's not a difficult question, I just don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, purely from a materials and what I've got to build with point of view, it is. I think it's got to be the slope, hasn't it? Looking at that, it's got to be the slope, which in itself is interesting. Normally I like the steps better, but the slope really does lend itself. Not sure about the material, but if we do it with carpenter's wedges, then it has got the advantage that we can change it out. Just use it with the judicious use of some hammer. 1, 2, 1 and 1 and 2. That'll give us a few more of those. Not a lot, but you know, it's a start. Just going to go back up on the roof. We'll experiment with this a little bit more with a few more slopes, and then I will cut back. Well, that's the roof on. I'll be 100%. I'll be honest. I'm not 100% happy with it. I know I would have got a very different feeling to the roof with steps as opposed to slants. So I'm not one of these people that is 100% enamored with the diagonals in Minecraft. To me, Minecraft has been and always will be a block-based voxel. So that that is more the style than that, if you know what I mean. So having done that, I want to do a little bit of terraforming around here. Oh, sorry, centipede. I don't have been watching Good's LP of this of Life in the Woods, but that guy, he creases me up, especially when it comes to things like the centipedes, and he's like freaking out over these centipedes, and it's like, dude, it's a centipede, chill. But what I would like is a little bit more beachfront property going on here. Maybe a little bit more than that, actually, so I may go and grab some sand elsewhere just to give myself a little bit more frontage. I also need some food, which I've got good food, but I'm just using these are just keeping me going, really. They are ideal, more than ideal. I ought to check the traps actually as well. I haven't looked at those for a while. I did restock them before we set off on our trip last episode. And yeah, we've got a goodly amount of grub in those. We'll come and grab that at some point. Not desperate in a moment, so and of course, yeah, so these things are just like Goose, like freaking stay away from me, stay away from me. Oh dear, I can't do a good impersonation, obviously. Him being, you know, American, and me not being American for one. So wheat's doing really well. Carrots, we are really waiting on some carrots actually. And these, yeah, they're growing. They are growing. Just slowly, 43%. And then potatoes, yeah, we got plenty of potatoes. What I did want to check is this scythe. What happens if I... Not a lot, it just harvests normally. I wondered whether it had a similar effect to a tinker's scythe, but clearly not. So what's next? Well, we've got the staple crops in. We've got a house, albeit of a fashion, a house. What I want to do is, for starters, I want to move into my house. Yeah, not much point in building a house if you ain't going to live in it, is there? Oops. And then we need to start thinking about the next stage. You know, we've got a kitchen to decorate, we've got a living room to decorate, we've got a bedroom and probably study. This is... You do not belong in here. Stay out. So I'm going to stick the bed, I think, here for now. You can only sleep at night. Well, let's look out the window at the sun going down then. So we've got that now. The next thing I need to start thinking about is what we do about other crops. Now, some of the crops, eventually we will want to get some fairly large fields of, but naturally we don't have huge, vast quantities of seeds for a lot of these crops at the moment. However, other crops we can probably manage a fairly large, what's the word I'm looking for, thing. So, for example, if I can find my seed chest, I've got a fair amount of cotton, or 32 cotton, and We can turn that into cotton seeds, and that grows fine in plains and hoofers. We should have hopefully a few more gardens of some description in here. We've got bushes, we've got all sorts of little things. Now these, there was one thing, I do want onion seeds. Tomato seeds are another one we probably need to start thinking about. So I'm going to drop out of shaders for the next bit. We're going to have a look and think about what we're going to do about some of these items. We also need to start thinking about animals and animal crops, because, you know, I ain't going to go vegan, much as people might want me to, because I was given incisors and canines for a reason, and that reason was to tear flesh, and I am going to exercise that right. People who want to be veggie, entirely their business, but not for me, I'm afraid. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'll be back in a mo, and we'll decide where. So, thinking this through, what I'm thinking I'd start off is the path will continue come this way, and I'm thinking about having a series of planters, and we got I've still got plenty of hardened clay left somewhere. Ooh, there's a little bit. That's not the plenty, that's the plenty. Come on, thank you. And you know, they're pretty plentiful. So having a series of these, just 1, 2, on a basis of 5 by 2. Now maybe down on this one we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can strip that out, make that thing. So we've got this kind of thing going on here. We're going to mix in some of this. Well, starters we're going to be mixing in the garden. Oops, soil. Because I did think, I originally thought about glass houses, but my experiments seemed to indicate that the crops didn't perform well under glass. They treated it as if they were under an object rather than the glass was transparent, which was a shame, because that would have been my preferred solution. But we can still, I think, do some of these around, certainly this area, and then those will come out eventually. They'll go somewhere else. We'll get a bamboo plantation, because we're going to need more fertilizer for one, probably more dirt as well. Actually, let's grab some more of that, get some more compost, get a little bit more compost, make some more of that. Bang, that should do us. Key, probably got way more than we need there, but doesn't really matter, because we can get this going. And then if we take our shovel and come down here and take out a whole load of this, like so, and then we can come down here, and maybe down here a wee bit, and we can get walls in at the end as and when we want, really. But this can just kind of inch around here. That can go, and we can probably come in all the way around, actually. So we've got this kind of thing going on. And then maybe down here. Might need to take this back a little bit as well, until we've got a kind of layout we want to get going. We can... have I got any food on me? I've got a little teeny little bit of that, which ain't going to go far, so let me make another one of those. I think I'm out of carrots now until we get a crop in, so yeah, we're on hot dogs or something from now on, I'm afraid. Right, so if we take that and grab some dirt, and we'll just grab some of this trodden dirt for starters, and we can just mix this in around the place. And I want this one probably to be more the dominant thing we're sticking in, if you like. But we can get maybe a little bit more of that. Let's go for the other thing that is looks the same to me. But again, just liberally mixing this in just to get it, you know, a feel of randomness. If I was going to pick a word, that would be the word that we would look for. Randomness. Almost there, I think, on that one. Yeah. So you're kind of getting a feel for what we're aiming for here, and then we can go in. We can bring you to, say, cobble dirt. Get a little bit more cobble dirt, and then mix that in, and exactly as we did before over there. I ought to go and sleep before badness comes in and eats us. How can you actually spawn in? I wonder whether these can just spawn in here because it's plains. I mean, it's not a major problem if they can. I would just like to know. So, you know, in future, we just kill them as on site. Yeah, go and get a little bit of this going here. Around the place. What do you like there? Maybe a bit there. A little bit there. Bit there. Bit there. Bit there, maybe. Yep, there. There. And maybe there. And then again back into the chisel mode, and we'll change it for, say, some dirt imitating nether brick. Why not? As good as any, isn't it? There we go. Bang. And yeah, eventually what you end up with is a fairly quick and dirty looking set of dirt paths. Now I think that needs to go out of it. We don't want any of the long grass on the paths. We just want this to be, I mean, maybe around here we could have got away with it, but so we got that going on. Then we need to get our hoe. We need to also get rid of you, and we're going to bonk, and get these hoed up. Now, I am beginning to think that cotton might be a good idea to get planted in a field rather than planters like this, and I'll tell you for why. I think the cotton is something we're going to want a fair bit of, especially as we're exploring. We're going to want to take a lot of wool with us, and now at the moment there are a few sheep over there, not many, which we can try and get back. You will see it. Right, what do we need plenty of? I would like tomatoes. and I know we don't have any additional tomato seeds. Now tomatoes are pretty crucial in things, so we'll have a line of 5 tomatoes to start off with. Now the other one I would like, and I don't think I've seen, which is a pain, is lettuce, soybeans, spinach, candleberry. Oh, please tell me I've got a lettuce seed. No. Alright, we need to look at something, and that is the market, which is a Pam's Harvey craft thing. It is some wool, wood, and an emerald. I'm fairly certain, in fact I know I've got an emerald. I did see an emerald on our, hey, not that one though. Where did I put the emerald anywhere in particular, or were you just popped into a, I think there's going to be one upstairs, so that's not a problem. Let's have a look. Emerald. We're going to grab some wool and wood, and let's get this market done, because that allows you to purchase seeds. I can't remember what currency it actually uses, which is the only downside. We'll take oak. At least we know. So we got, what was it? Was it like that? Perhaps it was perfect. Right, where shall we pop this? That's the first question. Don't open doors with I'm going to stick it there for now. So it's basically emerald for seeds, and what we actually want is a lettuce, and probably an onion seed, actually lettuce seed, but we're going to need to go, I'm going to have to spend one of my emeralds to get that all important lettuce seed, and you'll see why I want a lettuce seed in a moment. But you can get all the seeds. I don't know what, white mushroom spores, yeah, so wherever sort of a seed, that's where we get it from. We do need to come up with a decent supply of lettuce, of course, of emeralds, of course. Now the other thing we could use here is some of this, and that will sort us out in terms of getting too many seeds actually. Well, doesn't matter. I forgot for some reason I was thinking I got 10s and not 3s, but so we can get those in. If I get some more of that going, we'll have some more compost, and I'll get some more plants in while we're at that. Oh, I've got compost there. So I need, for these, I need to, how do we get there? 4. I actually need 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, just grow these up, get them into batches of 5 for now, and that should keep us going. So if we look at the old hamburger, so we can take the burger. Now you can use the burger and you can make an onion burger, which is a light meal. You can make a coleslaw burger, or you can make a cheeseburger with cheese, which takes pot, salt and milk of some description. You can take a cheeseburger and you can add lettuce and tomato, and you will get a deluxe cheeseburger. You can also make a bacon cheeseburger with cooked stuff, but if you take one of those, add fries and a smoothie, you get a delighted meal. Now this is a feast. This thing gives you some serious saturation, serious food. The fries are basically chips and salt in bakeware. The where are we? Deluxe. We'll have to go from there and say what you use, and then your smoothies are basically a snowball and a fruit of some description with a juicer. That is probably one of the best ways to get the things, which is why I want a tomato and cucumber. Now the other thing we want is some fruit of some description. We've got pineapple. We could do pineapple, grape, blackberry. Let's do blackberry smoothies. So we can get the blackberries in. Okay, that's that. And what else have we got in there that we really should be doing it? We probably want to get, I really don't know, you know, what the next thing to look at. Coffee beans might be worthwhile. 2, 3. Let me get a couple more of those. Have a coffee in the morning. Always nice. Let's put these down here. I think coffee. How many did we get? 4, and I need 2 of those to complete the row. So yeah, let me just have a think about what crops we're going to do, and I will be back. Alright, we've nearly got things, but our hunger's not doing well, and I wanted to make something a little bit better than we've been making before. I did make, I'll be honest, I will confess, I made the bread inefficiently. I've made mayo, which is just an egg and a juicer. We need a cutting board. Have I got one in my bag? I have, so we're going to use a cutting board. Lettuce. Let me take the egg out. Put that. Combine those. That should keep things going nicely. We're going to have a chicken, a tomato, mayo, and bread. Hang on, there we go, and that should make us a foot long. Now this is a wholesome large meal, which is the equivalent to a deluxe cheeseburger. So it takes a while to eat it, and that restored 4 haunches and gave 5.5 haunches of saturation. Definitely worthwhile. So there is that. Now what else? There was got one more crop to put in. What shall we go with? That is starting to get on my nerves already. Spinach, cantaloupes, sweet potato. Why not? I don't know what we use sweet potato in, but it sounds like a good one to put in there. And we need to just use a little. I haven't redone the compost yet, so I was going to say that's a lot of sweet potato, but it's not. That's 2 sweet potatoes. We can use that to make a veggie strips. We could make sweet potato pie, which uses ground cinnamon. We haven't got that yet. Dough, we can do marshmallows, sugar, milk, and egg. Water and egg, sorry. So yeah, we can certainly make quite a few of those things. Right. What else do we need to do? Well, I am still, apart from being of the opinion that this is a complete mess, I still think we need to put in a field for cotton. And I think we need to start thinking about capturing some animals. Get some chicken, because we're going to want mayo if we're going to be using that. And hopefully I need to double check the configuration for chicken, because I think the egg laying rate has been nerfed. Now I don't see an issue, for example, with making animals take longer to grow to adulthood and consequent, you know, edibleness. You know, that is quite reasonable. That obviously has how it works in real life. Animals take a while to grow. Yeah, do they really? Yeah, they do. They take quite a while to grow. But I do have an issue with nerfing the milking of cows and chickens laying eggs. For one, oh, we have some carrots, cool. For one simple reason, and that is this. Chickens, until they go off laying, lay eggs every day. Not when they feel like it, every day. So having chickens not lay eggs every day is a little bit counterintuitive. Cows, once you've got a cow, well, let's face facts, you don't milk a cow until it's been pregnant, and then you milk it every day. And the reason you milk it every day is to keep it lactating, to stimulate the actual production of milk. So, what is splashing around down here? And where are all the cattle gone that were over this side? There's one. Yeah, cows in nature are milkable every day. You can only milk them once every so often in this. So we need to make sure that those two things are at least realistic. I'm not too worried about the length it takes for an animal to grow up, and or for how long it takes crops to grow, because you know, that's all fine and normal, but we do want to make sure that that's right. I'm still not sure about that roof, you know. Oh well, you have to let me know what you think. It's difficult to tell. It looks completely different when you take the shaders off, which is the first thing. Now the other thing we need to think about is illumination for the insides of this thing. So we need to think about decorating in here as well, but let me check how long we've been going. I want to get this cotton side of things going first, but yeah, I'll be back in a little. Okay, I think as the sun starts to set, we can have a look at what we've achieved today. So we've now got the cotton field in. That's spread. I've put a little path in going up here from the this area down here, which yeah, is starting to grow, and I'm happy. I think that looks quite good. I'm happy with the way that things might need a little bit of work in the future, but the house is there. We can start moving into that, furnishing that in the future, and looking at where we go next, really. Quite a few comments that I haven't mentioned from previous episodes, and I haven't forgotten them. They're in my little notebook. So if I didn't get a mention for comments or help or any advice, it wasn't deliberate. It's just, yeah, I'm crap. But yeah, I'm happy with the way this is starting to look. You know, I did a little bit more extending on the beach here, so we can utilize that, maybe get some kind of fishing shack going. Yeah, we've got one or two little sharks and stuff swimming around out there, but on the whole, this is coming along nicely. So thank you very much for watching, guys. As per usual, well, these are spawning inside. And until next time, bye for now.